Okay, in this video we'll be checking out the Fairy air camera. This is a folding selfie drone, and well, you've probably seen some reviews of this. I think this was on Indiegogo or Kickstarter or something a while back, and it seemed like it was a pretty good product, capturing video footage in a very lightweight foldable drone here. However, I think that the footage that you've been seeing, a lot of the reviews are from iPhones and not Android phones, because well, I don't have an iPhone, so I can't verify this, but none of the Android phones that I have tried to get this to work with seem to be working with this drone properly. Now, I do have a little bit of footage. I'll show you some line of sight footage and a little bit of video footage from this. Basically, you can fly it around, you can capture a little bit of video, but it's got some issues because it tends to, well, at least in my testing, it would fly for about a minute and then it would auto land itself, and then no matter where it was. And then I tried updating the app software, and I think that was recently, maybe about a week ago, they released a new version of the app for Android. And then I started getting these weird compass problems, and it started doing the toilet bowling, and it would just end up crashing. So yeah, if you have an Android phone and you see reviews for this Fairy camera, I would not recommend getting this until they fix the app problems. The issue is, I think, has to do with the compass on here, and in the app it requires, well, I've seen some videos where on the iPhone you can do a compass calibration. However, that function does not work on the Android app, at least on the two phones that I tried it on. I could not get it to work. So if you have an Android phone, I wouldn't recommend getting this until they fix the software issues. But in the meantime, I'll just give you a little bit of an overview of what this is like. It's, you can see it's a very small little drone here. It's got a small 1080p camera in the front here, and you can adjust the angle down and up. Obviously, the arms fold out. It's very compact. I think it uses these like 1100 size brushless motors and these folding props. I mean, mechanically, the hardware and everything does seem pretty nice. I mean, everything seems, it seemed to fly pretty well in the line of sight footage that I'll show you. And it does fly for about 15 minutes on this 1S battery. I'll just pop this out real quick. I think it's like a 900 milliamp hour or something like that. Yeah, 970 milliamp hour. It's a 2S. It says 8.7 volts. So I guess it's a 2S battery. It does charge via a USB charger, and it does have a little optical flow sensor on the bottom, and it has actually a GPS in there as well. And it records, records your video to a micro SD card. So, well, in terms of functionality and everything, hardware-wise, it's very nice. It's just that I don't think that they have the Android software working properly. Now, you can obviously fly with the transmitter that's included here. I think it's this via 2.4 gigahertz. It's a nice little miniature transmitter. The battery is internal, and it just charges via a micro USB port here. On-off function here. It's very basic. You put your phone up here on the top, and then you have a prop unlock arm button here, and the landing button, and this is a return to home button. So pretty basic functions. So what would happen is I could bind up the drone to the transmitter. I could fly it around, but then as soon as I would put my phone in here and then connect the phone app to the drone to take video, I could take about a minute's worth of video, and then it would just shut down and land. And then later on, when I updated the app, it would just start doing random stuff, toilet bowling. Actually, the app would start disconnecting. So that's why actually for the last set of flights, I actually have no video footage because the app would disconnect and then it would crash, and then it wouldn't save any of the video footage. So that was a total failure there. But yeah, so I might do a follow-up video later if they fix the Android app, but if you have an Android phone and are considering getting this, I wouldn't get this. Now, I've seen this fly in other videos and other reviews, and it seems to capture pretty good footage, and it seems to work okay. So this must be iPhone users. That's the only thing I can speculate is that that the iPhone people are having, or the iPhone app is working okay. And I've seen other people with Android phones with this drone having issues. So in any event, that's going to be this sort of shortened review of this drone. I'll probably have a follow-up later. Hopefully they'll fix the app. The company Sim2, they seem to be pretty slow in doing app updates, so we'll have to see what the response is like. But yeah, I'll just show you a little bit of line of sight footage and a little bit of video footage I captured if you're interested in seeing what this comes with, but I would hold off on this one if you're checking it out and if you've seen some of the reviews. Especially if you have an Android phone, definitely hold off on it. And then, if you have an iPhone, maybe you can check out some of the other reviews that are iPhone based and see ask those guys what their experience has been. But my experience has been pretty negative for this one, so my recommendation is, I know if you have an Android phone, and if you have an iPhone, I don't know because I haven't tested it that way because I don't have an iPhone. So anyway, here's a little bit of that hat cam footage and a little bit of video footage from the camera, and I'll leave you with that, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys a line of sight flight first to see how stable this is, and then I'll show you some video. I'm going to just unlock the motors. And just take off. So pretty sure we're going to be in optical flow mode only. It takes a while for the GPS to lock. I'm going to bring this out into the sunlight here. You can see that it's hardly moving at all. I mean, there's no wind right now, so even in wind it should maintain position. I'm not recording any HD video right now. It looks very, very stable just looking at a line of sight. All right, let's go fly it around a little bit here. The yaw rate's pretty slow. There's no like rate button or anything like that, so can't really get any higher rates. So if you're fighting the wind in this, you might have some issues. Let's see how fast this thing is. This is full stick forward right here. Oh, it's not particularly fast. Obviously, this is not meant for speed runs. It's fast enough, I think, for for a selfie drone. And with these little brushless motors, pretty stable. That right there is the maximum yaw rate. So, yeah, pretty slow. But a little bit of wind picking up now. You can see it's very easy to fly. And let me just bring this back in the shot here. So I got actually quite a bit of wind now picking up from behind me. It's trying to push the drone away. And you can see it's kind of compensating. I'm totally hands off here. No, nothing on the controls. It's just probably using optical flow. So I'm gonna go ahead and land it, and then I'll connect it up to the phone, and let's get some HD video. So the way I landed is I just brought the throttle all the way down until it landed, and then I hit the land button that locks the motors. Okay, so I already connected my phone up to the drone via Wi-Fi, and I launched the app and connect to it. And use the remote controller as the controller. You can see I got video. It's already in GPS mode, and I have 15 satellites locked. Yeah, we'll go ahead. It looks like that not all the modes are available in when you're using the controller. Probably have to use the phone mode instead. Looks like Follow Me is available. Try that. Let's go ahead and put it into video mode, and we'll start taking some video. All right, let's go take it off again. It's actually, the wind's picking up quite a bit now. So we have a GPS lock, so there shouldn't be any drifting at all. And just a little bit of drift. You can see it's pretty stable. All right, let's go and take it up higher here. take a look at the video. The video's not too bad. I have the camera pointing down a little bit, so let's turn it around and face me. Now it's drifting. All of a sudden, it says it wants to land. And I'm not sure why. Very weird. Okay, so I rebooted the drone. It was locked up for some reason. Let's start taking video once again, and let's take off. All right. So it looks like it's stable again. I am in GPS hold mode, 14 satellites. All right, so let's bring it back, turn around facing me. There I am under the tree. And it wants to land again. I'm not sure why it keeps doing that. It's really weird. As soon as I take off, it wants to land. It has 15 satellites.